Hello and welcome back to Anime in the UK, the British look at the world of anime. I'm Timothy Lunn,
And I'm Rebecca.
and we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got a lot of hololive stuff to talk about.
Oh, well, yeah, I have. You haven't.
No, I'm gonna be honest here. I've been so busy at work and editing Timothy in Japan that I have really kind of fallen off the hololive. Last thing I heard was Gura got arrested, so that's kind of how out the loop I am. And apparently she's been like not real arrested, sort of fake arrested.
Yeah. Loads of people. Some people were not happy.
No, Subaru seems to arrest a lot of people. I've just noticed that it's kind of a reoccurring thing for that.
Yeah, you want to be arrested by Subaru, don't you?
Did I tell you one of the nights I was in Japan, I think this is when I was going to the JoJo bar. I was meeting Michael over there. There was, I don't know, I think I was standing on the JR line and I could just oversee like this guy's phone, and I've forgotten who he was watching like hololive videos. And then I could like see like all his like subscribe and like all his like favorited channel. Every single one was a different hololive channel. And I was literally looking over his shoulder and I was just like, I was like, Subaru, yes. I just like going through all the good, no, yes, good channels. This guy had like practically all of them like on his like favorited like thing. It was just like, oh, it's just so cool to see like like a true Japanese fan like he's like sitting on the train and saying, no, hololive is humongous in Japan. So yeah, like literally. So what's this about hololive? As you're the hololive.
Well, Fest is coming up, but we've finally got a date for Ian Myth's 3D showcase.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big deal. Because we've been waiting a long time. Of course, due to COVID and whatnot, they haven't been able to get to Japan. And now finally there's a chance of going to Japan to get things done, not just for Fest, but for 3D as well.
Because I believe a lot of them have been over to Japan recently. I know a lot.
They're still in Japan.
Are they still in Japan?
Yeah.
Wow.
All the Myth are in Japan.
Really? What about? I know Cancel went as well.
Most of Council went. Don't know if Crony did.
Yeah, Crony didn't seem to go. Crony didn't seem to mention anything about going.
I think the head got banned.
Yeah, I hope, thank God,
Japan.
The scary head like got banned. Yeah, as a running joke, I really dislike Crony's like Halloween outfit original one. It's just this like floating head, and it just creeps me out. I'm sorry.
But I think they're getting things ready for Second Fest and the Ian Connect, which is going to be in America this summer, in California, like all the anime stuff tends to be.
Yeah.
But enough about that.
I mean, maybe it'll come to the UK one day. Maybe we'll have a hololive UK. I mean, we had a Vocaloid concert once.
Yeah.
We actually had a Vocaloid concert 2 times, and we technically had one 3 times. Well, we don't talk about the first one. Oh, that was a notorious night. And I wasn't even there. I already know about how notorious that one night was.
But yeah, it's great to see they're having a concert in America and not in the UK.
Yeah.
I don't know how much a pain in the backside gate tickets that will be. We're getting a 3D showcase, which is a big deal. Pretty much no hololive talent is allowed to stream when the showcase is on. It's basically, I know I'm using a recent example here, but you know, like the TV when the Queen's funeral was on, like there's barely anything else on.
Oh yeah, it's kind of, there's weird rules about what's allowed to be broadcast. Stuff like "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" got delayed because of it, and it was because of the Queen's death. You're not allowed to like release any comedy shows. So yeah, I said, lucky you didn't affect Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared too much, but yeah.
But you're not meant to.
Yeah.
But what it is, like, that none of the other talents are allowed to stream during that time.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah.
It is the showcase. It's the 3D. It is the 3D time for them, just them.
Yeah.
No one else. They have guests as well that come.
Yeah. Do you think Yago will come?
I don't know.
Because he's come to some of the others. I see him in some of the 3D streams.
But they've had these models since last fest, but this is like the first time they've been able to actually use them. I know some have used them for concerts and such.
Yeah.
Because it's like their first official debut.
I swear Callie's done a stream with it, her 3D model, at least once before.
Yes. Callie has, Kiara has.
Yeah. It's like...
Kiara has. Vera, I think, has had a birthday concert.
Yeah.
I know Watson's used Watson Tech.
Yeah. Because Watson sort of has made her own 3D models.
Yeah. She's made loads. Well, she's got help to make all her own 3D models, thank you very much.
I just imagine, like, it's just like Thanos, but it's Watson, and she's just like, fine, I'll make my own 3D models.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also really expensive, and also it's like apparently hiring out a 3D studio for just one person is easy in the 6-figure mark.
That does not surprise me. 3D, someone who done stuff in 3D, and this is not like model, like this is more model stuff. 3D is a pain in the backside, and people who know their stuff always charge quite a lot.
Yeah, that was from when you did. That's when we did the VTuber, didn't?
Oh no, I did 3D rendering at university.
Nice.
Oh god, the tales I could tell. When you're just not talented at something, but I need to one day find like my old like university projects. Like some of them are cringe. I just wish I'd kind of gone more into video for university. I was really good at video. I still think I'm good at video, kind of.
Depends. We'll see on that. We'll see what the audience says on that one.
Yeah, I'll have a video on that one. No, I just kind of preferred. I think it was my. I always wanted to get into animation. I always wanted to make my own cartoons, but now I know how hard that is.
Yeah, and how weird the industry is.
Yeah, how weird. Yeah, how goddamn weird that industry is. But yeah. But it's nice to see my best friend got into a similar industry. So yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. No, it's going to be interesting to see these 3D hololive. How long do you think until Council make their 3D debut?
I would not be surprised if we see it by the end of the year.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have to give some sort of buffer to them. And of course, that's the big question now. And I know I think we've thought about this in private, but when do you think Gen 3 is going to be here?
I think they're going to get teased at Fest.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to bring them out before Fest.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be after Fest. I'm not doing any late night gosh, if I had to do a late night edit night before Con because they've announced Gen 3.
Oh god. So to people who don't remember, we legit stayed up to watch like all the Council, and it ended at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we came down and we recorded. We wanted like to be so fresh off the presses. So UK, imagine it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We were recording anime in UK, and I mean, thank you so much, Rebecca. As that say, for coming out and doing that. But it shows you. It's like, guys, can you remember us people in the UK who want to make content? I guess we could wait for morning, but it's like kind of everybody would have done that. No, I'm learning that on YouTube. It really is. You have to be hot off the presses, or like really.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to. I don't know if they're going to do like relays like last couple of times, or actually do it like do EN and no, not EN.
Yeah.
JP and ID like one debut at a time.
So one will. So they'll do
one day.
Yeah. Oh yes, because originally was it one a day in the original cancel debut?
No, they all debuted on the same day.
Oh, it's day. I know sometimes they do it one a day, and then other times they do it. Yeah, because cancel was like that.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Myth.
Yeah, Myth. I wasn't there for Myths. I can admit that I wasn't there for Myths debut.
No, I was.
You was. Well, that must have been a wild night. I kind of one of the things I do kind of regret. Like if I could be there, it's like you should get a T-shirt made say I was there when Holo Myth debuted.
Yeah. Legit. Someone.
Yeah.
From their nameless.
Yeah.
He DM'd me and said, "Have you heard of this shark girl? She's really good."
You're like, I was there at the beginning. I was there at A, you should say. Then B. C would normally follow.
Damn it, stop giving away my cockroach on jokes.
I tried to almost made that meme of Guru just going, hey, you should say.
Those are my jokes.
I know, it's like I have another friend YouTuber, and she was doing a video, and I think she was talking about something I wanted to do. I was like, don't I want to talk about. I guess we can all make videos about the same things and steal each other's
Yes.
things. But yeah.
We'll have something different.
Yeah. No, it's just been interesting, like, especially after going to Japan and really seeing firsthand, like, how popular hololive was. Because when I went, I thought, okay, there's going to be a few, like, niche shops that may have a hololive corner. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find, like, maybe one Galgura pin somewhere. But no, it was like, you go into, like, K-Books, and it was, like, a whole side and stuff. And it was, like wild, and it was like they'd have each individual girl in the, and like it's especially K-Books, they'd actually have the international sections, so you get a Gura as I said, Gura was like always sold out.
Yeah,
but you could get plenty of Watson stuff.
Yeah, and did you get plenty of Watson stuff?
I got loads of Watson stuff. And did I ever show you? I haven't shown you the Watson card covers I got myself.
Nope.
You remember we watched that video from Nakano Broadway?
Yeah.
Remember?
You watched it.
You watched it. But I remember showing it to you, and we were like pausing it, and there was this one random shop, and they had all these display of all these hololive cards, like card case thing, like card sleeves. And we were like going through, I found that shop. And I was like, oh, Watson, please. They were really expensive though.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, is there any other hololive bits you want to talk about?
Not sure.
I know the world of hololive is so damn big. It's sometimes
it is. Like, we've got the 3D stuff, 3D myth coming up. We've got some more figures coming. I'm really debating towards that Gura scale statue.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask.
That's beautiful.
I was going to ask you that. What do you think about the Watson then, Royd?
I want it. It looks pretty.
You
we're getting all of Holo X.
Yeah.
His ninjas. It's a nice figure.
I'm about to say, have you ordered Amy yet, or are you not ordering?
She's not. Oh no, she's not on pre-order yet.
Oh. Maybe they. I'm surprised. So it's the only Watson's the only other member of that isn't Gura that's got one. I thought they were all getting one. I thought they'd like.
They all get one.
Oh, they all get. So it was only Watson they showed off. Ah, okay. Because I know the Gura one is hard to find. I may pick it up at MianiCon if Charming Sushi have it. Because realistically, I think it's really only going to be Charming Sushi who get it in. And I've already spoken to Charming Sushi about it. And she's like, don't you talk to me about Gal Gura. Did I tell you about that?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was like, I think there was like orders that were like cancelled and stuff. It just, as you said, we've already said in the podcast, everyone went crazy for that Android. But no. Has yours actually come? Have you got your Galgo in Android?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I'm trying to remember. Like, you get so many Androids, I can always try to remember which ones you got and stuff. Right. So, shall we talk about our main subject for today, or next subject for today?
Sure.
So, today we decided that outside of hololive, there isn't much anime news going on.
It's all been delayed.
It's all been delayed. Before we get on to delays, I must ask Rebecca, are you actually watching anything this season?
No, only just Kiraraka. That's about it.
Oh, Hiraka, so you're carrying on Hiraka. I'm watching Trigun. Trigun is good. And Tomo is a girl. That's actually really good. I'm really shocked how actually good that is. But I know Crunchyroll have actually put a load of money into that. And the good thing, it means the dub comes out the same day as the sub, so I'm happy about that. And actually, one of the one of the characters actually shares a voice actress in both the original Japanese. She actually does the English. One of them actually does. Yeah, that's really cool. No, good show. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. So today we are talking about the fantastic world of anime delays, and I think we'll start the section off with a quote from a very famous man from Japan, Shigeru Miyamoto. You may know him. He created Mario Brothers, and it's a very famous quote that he used. He said something along the lines of, "A delayed game will only be delayed for a set amount of time, but a bad game will always be a bad game." So, the world of anime delays. So, we've been seeing to getting a lot more delays recently, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
And most of them seem to be from certain studios.
Or just one studio.
Yeah, we're recording this studio. Is it Studio A1? Or is it?
Yeah. A1.
Studio A1. I'm actually going to have to look up all the stuff because I'm sometimes just...
They've done a lot of stuff.
They do a lot of good stuff, that's the thing. Because Studio A1, oh, there we are. It's like gone to like some UK company also called Studio A1. And yeah, they've done quite a lot. Wow, they even did Fairy Tail. Remember Fairy Tail, Rebecca?
Yep.
Remember. Oh, they did Working. That's like Chris's favourite anime ever.
Oh, yeah.
We must remind him of that. So yeah, recently the anime Studio A1 have had some quite notorious delays. Of course, the one this season they're doing is the Nier Automata anime.
Probably has a lot of money for it because it's Nier Automata.
Yeah, it's not like this franchise is niche or anything.
Oh, no.
I mean, 1 year at MianiCon, they even held like a Nier Automata event. That's how much money gets thrown at this thing. There's even been a concert in this country.
Yeah, that was before the pandemic.
That was literally before that MianiCon, before the pandemic. But like, Square Enix loved this franchise, or loved this version of the...
Yeah.
This one made them a lot of money, so it gets a lot of money thrown back at it.
Yeah.
And
so much so the creator's making like a gacha game that I really want to play. It's not going to be available in this country yet. It's basically like a turn all the Sega games into anime girls gacha. Looks so cool.
Thank God you don't live in Japan. I just hate to think how much you'd spend on gacha games. Like, you just spend all day, like... So I believe they got up to episode 3.
Yeah.
And then there was an announcement saying, due to the Rona outbreak, allegedly. This is interesting because they've already used this excuse once before for another anime. Hey, wait. Did they do Ikakai Uncle?
Let me have a look.
I'm looking at this. It doesn't say they did Ikakai Uncle. I thought was that someone else?
Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
We're just checking now. We're having to check our facts and be like
A Atelier Pond Dark.
Yeah. They did Love Is War.
But that's probably got a lot of crunchy money in it.
Yeah, crunchy money. They can't delay that. That's got crunchy money in it. So.
Right. Oh wait, so does New Automata, but that got delayed.
Yeah, true. I'm just trying to figure out what it's just been interesting. So we had this near. Now we should just talk about Ikakai Uncle. We were talking about this 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, and it still hasn't finished yet.
It still has not finished Uncle from Another World.
And it's a 13-episode anime.
Yeah, it was 24 episodes. Or anything. But it's this damn Ikakai series. I hear good things about it. I have legit. Oh my god! I think they rescheduled it again. Apparently.
Oh no!
They have legit. Yeah. Allegedly, they're saying here, Uncle, rescheduled to 8th of March. This was 2 days ago. So this thing was allegedly supposed to air the
summer.
In the summer. Then they just kind of gave up and went. And that was the thing. It always shows up now on the anime season thing. It will say continued Ikakai Uncle.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm so glad I did not watch this episode after episode.
Yeah.
I legit am. I'm just if I watched it, I would be so annoyed. I know one of our friends did a cosplay of him.
Ah.
Did you see? Mike did a cosplay of. You know Miani Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He's a humongous Sega fanboy, so the fact that the main character is I think he was cool. So this is, of course, in Netflix jail.
Yes.
So now imagine that. So it's already Netflix jail, so it comes out late afterwards. So you're following this. So it premiered in July, and we're here in February.
I had to re-premiere in October because it got delayed so much.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, if the show, I know now we're streaming and stuff, but that legit can kill a show. It was actually funny that we were talking almost a bit like this about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared getting delayed. There was another show I used to watch when I was a kid called Oh, Dr. Beachin. It was a comedy about a train station. Yeah, it was about a train, so that's why I liked it. And I think from what I read, it was doing fine, and its final 2 episodes were due to air, and then, of course, Princess Diana died.
Yeah.
And, of course, all the schedules got moved around. So what happened was they had to reschedule their last 2 episodes, really out of sync. So by the time the show came back and aired the last 2 episodes, nobody knew where they were. In the schedule, they just presumed, the series must have ended because it's not on anymore. So nobody came to watch the last 2 episodes. So the BBC looked at it and went, "Oh wow, the ratings for the end of Oh, Dr. Beachin were terrible. So we're cancelling the entire." And I think I was reading an interview, and he legit said, if it wasn't for we were getting good enough ratings to get another season, but it was if it wasn't for that, our show getting rescheduled like that. So it's interesting now, probably something like Ikakai Uncle would have probably, this was in the pre-streaming age, 2010, it probably would have just been put on a pile and the company would have just gone, maybe we'll air the rest of the episodes on some cable channel, at some point. They would not give it the time of day. It's if you don't show up to your scheduled time, you're not coming on. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to think now, I guess in the age of streaming, it's kind of almost giving you potentially more rights to go, you know, if we miss episodes, people will be able to, if you like, of course, stuff like Crunchy or Netflix, you can add favorites that will say like new episode out, new episode out. Well, back in the day, we had to read a TV guide. But yeah, no, it's just interesting. Like, I guess that as we're talking about delays, how something like that can affect it. But I guess there's another show you like that you actually really liked. Probably was one of your favorite animes of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not. Like Always Recall was actually meant to end 2021.
Of course, this was a humongous hit last year, and it ended up airing in the summer of all seasons.
Yeah.
The season that nobody wants to be in, because, which in a weird way, I think may have actually helped it go strength to strength, because it was up against absolutely nothing in the summer.
There was absolutely nothing.
There was nothing for it to go up against. So there was like 13 weeks of people going like, oh, wow. Like, yeah, even my friend at work who watches anime was watching it. I recommended it to him and he ended up going to watch it. Because I think he was a bit like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But yeah, no, he enjoyed it.
That's good.
But he said he found her bullet time really stupid.
But that's odd.
I know, I was like, that's kind of the point. It's like, he's just like, I found the bullet time really.
It's like Like Always Recall is a turn your brain off and enjoy the show type of anime.
Yeah. Of course, they've actually just announced a new anime. I must actually clarify. Project, not season 2, like someone may have put on their Twitter. Mr. Fake News over here. So it's a project, so it could be imagine, Rebecca, if it's like some chibi series.
Oh, people still watch that.
Yeah, true, it'll be good. I'm just thinking of technically another, because as we're talking about anime delays, I probably could talk about one of the bigger anime delays kind of that happened was, I think you've heard of the series. Have you heard of Oh My Goddess?
Yes.
Do you know of the original OVAs? There were 5 OVAs in the 90s. And you may not know this. This is like, me and Michael downloaded those OVAs back in the day, like on some Windows 95 computer on Quasar Lights. And we would watch those 5 episodes and go, this is a pretty swell anime and stuff. And back in the day, you can like, forums are very different. And in around 1998, they confirmed that they were making a second series of Oh My Goddess. Because this is back in the day of OVAs. And like, these were reports from it. So we were like, this is about 2002. So like, wait, there's reports 2 years ago that like Oh My Goddess has come back. And we went searching for it for this season 2. And guess what it bloody was?
OVAs?
No, I would have been fine with OVAs. That was the thing, because the first set were OVAs. It was, wait for it, Adventures of the Mini Goddesses. It was like this really kind of badly made chibi series. And I'm sure someone in the comments going to be like, oh my god, I really like that show. And I think we did all this searching, and we were just like, oh, it's this really mediocre chibi series. Is the second series. Oh my goodness. And then, like, a few years later, Michael said, oh, I heard a rumor. A friend told me that there's now more episodes of Oh My Goddess. And we, like, this is around 2005. And then, of course, guess what we found? We found that they actually finally had technically remade it. And I was, like, so excited. And I was like, yes, finally. And it goes right back to the beginning. So all that waiting to see, like, how it continued and stuff, it just never happened. They just pressed the restart button. And that's another delay, because they apparently have announced the 3rd season of Oh My Goddess back in, like, 2009. And we still have got 0 updates on it.
Does people still care about Oh My Goddess anymore?
I care about Oh My Goddess.
I thought you're an anime boomer.
I'm an anime boomer. I guess you're kind of right. I could see what you're saying. I mean, there's been some other good anime reboots. I I did say that if there was a chance of an anime reboot, I'd like to say, I think I would like to see Oh My Goddess. I think a modern reimagining of it could be a lot of fun. But I know a lot of people say, well, technically you got your chance in 2005, so... But I want to see like 2023, Oh My Goddess. I want to see, it's like, you did it with Lum. Lum's been really good from what I've seen. So what anime delays like really frustrated you, Rebecca?
It's like not so much frustration, but this is more of an understanding. But that grueling month where those last two episodes of Madoka Magica, that was cruel. Understandable, but cruel.
You want to know the thing? I didn't watch Madoka Magica until it all came out, so I never had that pain.
Well, they had episode 10.
Yeah.
And then the Toku earthquake happened.
Now, of course, I guess what we were talking about earlier, due to real life events, a lot of things didn't actually air that week. Well, actually, I don't think nothing aired that week. Of course, it being the last two episodes of Madoka Magica. Now, I remember that show, everyone was really hyping about it. And it's just like, was this pre-Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Because
So, of course, it was on. Of course, we were all on our torrent sites.
So on Animesuki, did you use Animesuki?
Oh, fuck no.
What one did you use? I remember using Animesuki. Do you not remember?
Or was it Nya? I think I used Nya.
I used now. I think Animesuki had a lot of sort of shows I liked. I've realised now you probably wouldn't like a lot of stuff that was on Animesuki. It was stuff like Planad, and I remember like going there religiously and like downloading Planad and Canon. But yeah, that must have been a pain, especially how well the end of Madoka Magica is. That must have just been a pain to like wait for. And well, at least you weren't disappointed. It wasn't like with me, and I got some really terrible, mediocre like OVA and a reboot that has its moments, but isn't like as good as season 2 that I wanted. Because interesting that the last episode of Dragon Ball Kai was supposed to air that week, and legit they just skipped it. They just went, oh, one more episode of an anime that technically already exists. Yeah, they legit, they just went, I mean, at one point they just said, no, there is no 98th episode of Dragon Ball Kai. Of course, this is the original Dragon Ball Kai before the last arc. But yeah, no, I remember that. And of course, the other big one at that time was the Pokemon. That it was supposed to be the Rocket versus Plasma. And they just absolutely skipped it and just made, no, there was no Team Plasma. There was never a Team Plasma. There was like, forget about it. And now here's a whole half a year of filler. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that time. That was of course over the pandemic a lot got delayed.
Yeah, I think pretty much.
Yeah.
Some why VTubing got popular in the English sphere was because so much anime got delayed.
Yeah. Do you kind of want to know the GOAT of anime that has had technically the least amount of delays?
Chizei-san?
Yes, you're right. Do you want to know only times it ever got delayed? And there's only been 2 instances. And this has been airing week in, week out since the 60s.
Well, Chizei-san's basically an offensive.
Yeah. The first time they couldn't air an episode was in the 70s, and that was because there was an oil crisis, and I think apparently they couldn't get enough ink to finish the episode. And their next time they missed an episode, so they aired every Sunday, a new episode aired every Sunday until 2020, and of course due to the pandemic they had to say, we can't bring people in, we're gonna have to air a repeat Not like we got 2,000 episodes to pick from a franchise that like never gets repeated. So not like you're going to go, well, I can just go to the channel that repeats it. No, we never repeat these. So yeah, that's quite an amazing feat. So Cecil-san, for the fact that it's been going like 40 years, whatever, has only ever technically suffered from 2 delays in its entire run, which I'm about to say, you compare that to another long-running anime, Pokemon. They've had quite a few delays, as I just mentioned, the rocket. I think that was only about 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, we had the electric polygon incident.
That was delayed a few months.
3 months. They took Pokemon off air for 3 months, about 30 episodes into its run due to a Caesar incident. It's weird that... Have you ever seen the news report of it? The BBC one?
Yeah.
And the guy's just like... He just goes like... This is Pikachu. Like, this is before Pokemon had come out in English, so the guy just doesn't know how. The way he just goes, this is Pikachu. And I'm just like, yeah, that got delayed by 3 months, and they had to delay the Christmas episode. So that's why Charmander shows up randomly in those 2 episodes way later on. Well, way after he evolves into Charizard, so that's the reason why. Which is weird. You think in the dub they just slip those episodes back where they belong, so the continuity error. But it's like, no. Even as a kid, I was like, why are these 2 episodes with Charizard goes back to being Charmander? It was like so confusing. It was like, no, because these episodes literally were delayed a whole year, and they just, for whatever reason, didn't like. They decided to just keep it as Charmander. But yeah, it was just weird. And then, actually, Pokemon's been having a lot of delays in the most recent series.
Is that because it's quite more detailed?
I'm just hearing they haven't got the staff. That's the story I've heard. They just don't have the staff. There's a lot of rumors going around. Like, I guess what they kind of did was like something quite sneaky. They used the oldest trick in the book. They started doing clip shows.
Well, that's a tale I haven't seen in a long time.
I was about to say, when was the last time you legit saw a show have a clip show? Like in 2022 or 2023? I know The Simpsons always used to do it, but I always see people really criticize The Simpsons clip show. But even as a kid, I kind of didn't mind them because I was like, this is before YouTube. I kind of like having these episodes that were just the best moments all put together. Yeah, it's cheap. But they legit had a, like, people aren't going to be able to watch a show week after week. Back in the days before streaming, clip shows had a point. If you'd missed a load of episodes, you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. This is just a load of stuff, like, they're catching me up on. But, like, in this modern day where streaming is available, you can stream, like, any episode of any show. It's like, what is the point of a clip show?
Yeah.
You know the one show that had...
TV?
Yeah, exactly. It's like... No, Pokemon didn't do 1 clip show. They didn't do 2 clip shows. They did 3.
Uh-huh.
They did 3 for all main. I know people are going to argue me here, and Chloe is considered a main character in Journeys. On each character's like story arc, and if you watch Journeys, Chloe has quite an uneventful story arc. Her story arc is what she should make her Eevee. No, legit, that is her story arc. She's like, what do I evolve my Eevee into? And you're like, didn't they do this in the original in 1 episode? And she has the exact same outcome in that freaking episode. And you're like, okay, that 1 episode in the original about the kid who's like, which evolution should I pick? Wait, I'm going to pick none of them because Eevee's cool. Yeah, it's like, no, that's the exact same outcome that happens. Yeah, the clip, yeah, so that, like, they gone to clip shows. That's like shows you how bad it is. I'm just trying to think. Are there any other big anime delays you can think of?
Just trying to... It's like there's stuff that got delayed, like when the Kairani fire happened.
Yes, because unfortunately a lot of staff did lose their life there. I don't think anything was actually airing from them the time when the incident happened.
But I know like a couple of shows. got delayed about a week or two because
we
can't have fires on television.
I remember watching like Madoka on like a repeat, and it was like the last episode, and there's a bit you see fire, and they literally blurred the fire out.
Yeah.
The big problem was that was the season Fire Force was airing.
Yes.
That really scuppered that show because they were like, "Oops, we can't show anyone on fire anymore." But yeah, no, that did actually cause quite a lot of. There was lots of shows they were like, "Yeah, this is this." I think that happens a lot. Oh, and of course, another one was when the last episode of School Days was supposed to air. There was
the infamous one.
Yeah, this is This is what you do if your show's delayed. What happened was School Days is this god awful anime. Don't watch it.
That you like.
I ironically like it, Rebecca. I ironically like School Days.
What, like you ironically like Red's girlfriend?
Hey, don't bring Rent a Girlfriend into this. Rent a Girlfriend is a solid. I'm sorry, Rent a Girlfriend is a solid show with plots and stuff.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, just because two of the girls are terrible human beings and the main character is a terrible human being. That's why I keep telling you to read Rent a Shy Girlfriend, because it only focuses on the one that you should focus on.
No, because it's still fucking Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend. I'm sorry I like Rent a Girlfriend. I'm sorry. There's just some problems we can't solve about myself, and unfortunately that's mine. So School Days is based on a dating sim that actually I will admit is the one dating sim I played. The dating sim is 1,000 times better than the anime because it's interactive. But what happened was the last episode was meant to include quite a lot of violent scenes, and I think in real life a schoolgirl murdered her father with what's those the knife that Rena from Higurashi has, which
meat cleaver.
Yeah, the meat cleaver. That meat cleaver. I don't think it's. I know it's used for something. It's used like cutting snow or something. I remember because I just remembered Higurashi was supposed to air the same week. The second half. I think it was the start of the second half of the original season 2, the good season 2, not the bad season 2 that we just had. And they had to stop airing that for a few weeks. And when it came back, they had to edit the sword thing out of the opening titles. And then when the episode started airing, they were just like, Rena I don't think can be seen killing anyone with it. So yeah, they have to make some change. So Higurashi was also delayed, or Higurashi 2. Was it Ren? I always forget Higurashi names. So what School Days did was where they were supposed to air the last episode, instead of this hyper violent show, they aired a show called Nice Boat. That was nothing but 20 minutes of footage of one boat. And it still managed to be the best episode of the whole time. What's your opinion on the Nice Boats incident, Rebecca?
It's still iconic.
Did you think it was a nice boat they showed?
Let me have a look at it.
We are legit going to look at the Nice Boat. This is how how our podcast. Would you see Trash Taste do this? Would you just see an episode of Trash Taste where Connor's hey guys, let's look at the Nice Boat. I mean, it's blue, and I like the way
nice. It's a valley with a sea.
Yeah,
and it's a very nice boat. And the hills are green. There's plants.
Yeah. I like the way there's a reflection of the sky, and I think that's trying to be symbolic of the girls from School Days, saying that look, there's one that's like this and one's
there's trees. Trees are good.
Trees are good. Trees
are good. So it's grass.
So the grass
is that something else on the water?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe that's symbolism. Maybe that's the other girl. You know, the I've forgotten her name. It shows you how long since I've freaking seen. I like, due to circumstances, we have changed the program. I like the fact that you actually used the same typeface or as School Days' actual logo.
Yeah. Oh, yes, here it comes. Here's the boat. Here's the boat. It's a nice boat.
I would show the video.
It's got a deck. It's got
Nice boat. We're gonna have a watch along a Nice Boat. We're gonna watch Nice Boat.
I'm watching a clip right now.
We're gonna watch. Oh God, will this get us banned off YouTube? Yeah, legit. You will not see. You will never just see an episode.
Don't come from a Japanese government fan.
I like Salad's video is the first thing that comes up. Oh, is it just? Oh, it's just a song. It's just a song. It's like no Nice Boat for Tim. No Nice Boat for. Back to looking at photos of the Nice Boat. Yeah, that was a nice boat. I generally think they should do a reboot of Nice Boat.
Yeah.
And like a modern reboot.
Make it a series.
Make it a series. Give it an OVA.
Yeah.
They're cars. Is there cars? There cars on that boat. Is it a car boat? I think it is. Maybe the cars. Maybe the cars are on there to symbolize that the fact that they're cars in School Days. No, this is actually the best content we've ever done.
Yeah.
So
are we now Nice Boat in the UK?
Nice Boat in the UK. We should just dedicate this podcast to Nice Boat. Like you never get this on Trash. As I said, guys, you never get this. You never see like an episode of Trash Day for like. Hey,
until we get the Nice Boat arc on.
The Nice Boat arc. Maybe that's how they solved the dark timeline. Like the Nice Boat appears and kills Evil Garnt, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
It's like the Nice Boat had saved everyone and stuff. And
does Nice Boat let Connor go?
Nice Boat lets Connor free Connor. Poor Connor, will he ever be freed? Yeah, the Nice Boat. I can't believe how long we spoke about this bloody Nice Boat. I think it's true that legit the Nice Boat episode of School Days was like the best damn episode. I'm trying to think of any other major anime delays that we can actually talk about.
I think some movies have been delayed.
Oh,
like
that's enough. Do you know what my favorite anime is, Rebecca?
Evangelion.
And do you know that there were some movies of Evangelion?
Did they get very delayed?
Oh, imagine being a weeb. I loved Evangelion so much. And this is back in the days of the live action Evangelion. That shows you how damn long ago this was. Remember that, Rebecca?
Yeah, that never happened.
That never happened. So that was indefinitely delayed. I remember Michael being like, they're making Evangelion movies. Like, yeah, I know, live action one. It's like, no, they're making more animated ones. Like, what? And originally I did hear, it's just going to be like a recap of the original series, and then the last one will be a new ending, because I'm like, great, we need 3 endings. And I remember seeing the first one, it being pretty swell, even though it's mostly like TV. Second one, French kiss, voila. Then that's when... So that was like 2009 when I saw Evangelion 2.21. It's crazy to think at one point they promised the last Evangelion movie to come out in 2012. 8 years later. 8 years later, and it eventually came out. And considering Anna was like still like, I don't know what the... Oh, did you hear they're making OVA? They're making OVA.
Nope.
They're making an OVA of Evangelion. It's apparently set before the 3rd movie. Yeah, there's going to be a new Evangelion OVA.
It makes money.
Yeah, it comes with
You'll watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll watch anything that's in Evangelion. Yeah, so it's going to be a Evangelion OVA with the final movie when it's released again. But yeah,
of course, we used to just buy it like you would.
I'm sorry. I spent £200 an Evangelion box set.
That was the TV set and the original movies.
The original movies, and that was the one without Fly Me to the Moon.
No, did the super
No,
expensive?
the super expensive one didn't have Fly Me to the Moon in it. And
Squid Game did.
That's what I said to. That's what I said. That's what I said to them on Twitter. Squid Games did. Actually, no, I did actually get an official explanation. I was told is the fact that it does appear 26 times, and this was actually my theory at the time.
And it's all sorts of different
versions. They have to license each one, and every time it pays, they have to. So Squid Games, they play it twice. So let's say, I know it wasn't £100. Let's say the rights are £100. Squid Games would have to only paid £200 to use it. If Evangelion wanted to use it, they would have spent, 20, essentially 12 times as much money as Squid Games. So that's probably why they were like, no. And just licensing for stuff can get ridiculously expensive. And I think it's just gone up over the years on certain stuff. So I think it's like whatever the family of the, of the original artist demanded. So it was just like, probably that was like, that's our big payday. We want a lot of money. You're using our song, you want a lot of money. The inheritance is getting small. It's getting smaller by the year. We need more money. We need money from this. So yeah, that's why that's my thing. I just have to think, have we missed any other delays?
Don't think so.
I'm just trying to think, was there any other? I mean, there's probably way more delays we could have talked about.
But we'd be here all night.
We'd be here all night. Shall we start heading off now?
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. This has actually been one of the funnest episodes I've done. Just how damn random.
This was its Nice Boat.
Nice Boat episode. The Nice Boat episode 25 will forever be known as the Nice Boat episode.
Yeah.
We're going to get so much short content from this. But yeah, as you said, we are on Twitter at animeintheuk, on Instagram at animeintheuk1, and we're now also on TikTok. Yay! At animeintheuk1. Sorry, at animeintheuk0 for Instagram, at animeintheuk1 for TikTok, I believe. I may edit it in if I got it wrong. If I have got it wrong, I'll edit it in now because I'm an idiot. But it's been wonderful to be back, Rebecca. It was nice to have a little holiday, but it's actually good to be back in the hot seat and talking about anime and random stuff again. We've got
Nice Boat.
A Nice Boat. We've got MianiCon coming up. That's probably going to be potentially our next episode, like either after Miani or at Miani or whatever order it ends up going. But I've been Timothy Lund.
And I've been Rebecca.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.